It takes forever to get this loaded now. Yeah.
Hey man,
what was that noise? What was that noise? Are you okay? I
had a fucking
under
like.
your desk?
No, the thing is, dude, like, no matter how busy you've been today, you're not as busy as I've been. It's just work stuff, but fucking, it was fucking ridiculous. I was like,
you can't cuss in the first 5 minutes, or we get pulled off of YouTube.
I don't think it.
I've told you this from the beginning. That's why we have so many episodes that are not on YouTube. You can't
because I
cuss
cursed in the
first 2 minutes. Yes, in the first 2 minutes you can't curse.
Well, let me know.
I'm sure we're already striked off. I'm sure now it's just a blank screen.
Well, it's been so busy today, dude. It's been so freaking busy. Is that better?
No, you already did it, man. It's already done. Oh my gosh, I love you, but gosh, man.
What happened with like so this new the way the restring they'll use, like, I don't know where the full screen button is anymore. So what the fuck ever, I guess.
It's all the way at the bottom. It's all the way at the bottom.
At the bottom
of the little screen.
We have a different thing now. It looks different because you're the host. Yeah.
I'll look another time. I have no idea what to do. I can't sit here and play with it when I'm not.
It doesn't matter. Now I'll be able to see the chat. So now I'll be able to see the chat. Whatever. Okay. So
yeah.
Are you fucking ready? Let's do this, dude. I'm so excited.
No, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Give me a second. I want to make sure everything's streaming well before we get started here, because everything is being weird today, and I don't know why.
Did you go to people that are still next? Let us know that we're streaming live.
It says that we're streaming everywhere, but it doesn't look like we're streaming. It's really weird. I have no idea what's going on anymore. I hate it when things update and then they're just like, haha, we updated. Haha. And it's like,
I thought you were getting an intro for that. God damn it.
You know what? Let's see. I'm at here. Wait a minute. I got one.
Let me jump in too.
Sometimes people come back when the love is so strong that they need to get back at the people that did, and they need to make the wrong things right. And maybe sometimes they just need to be left and buried.
Or as John Lithgow said, sometimes dead is better.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, it's a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And Chris is having a rough one, guys. I don't know what's going on with him over there. He said he made it like literally less than 30 seconds before we went live. And he's been spraying air freshener the whole time. So I'm thinking something didn't go right in the bathroom.
Been huffing at air freshener, actually.
You're huffing air. Gosh dang it, Chris. Stop with your huffing abilities.
Okay. All right.
But anyway, today we're reviewing two movies like we do every single week on every single episode on every one of our shows. This week we are going to be reviewing two of the most controversial movies of the week. We're going to say, first, we're going to Netflix and we will be reviewing Incoming. Incoming is a new rated R high school, oh my God, high school party kind of movies.
Yeah. Think super bad, I guess, right? Kind of.
Yeah, super bad, or what was the one with the kids that was just Good Boys that was just a few years ago? Like, American Pie, think those kind of movies.
Yeah.
The rated R, high school movie featuring Mason Thames.
Someone's coming. I'll scream. If someone's upstairs, they'll hear me.
With the door shut, no one can hear anything down here. I soundproofed it myself. So shout if you like, you won't bother anyone.
If you try to touch me, I'll scratch your face. And whoever's coming will see and ask why.
This face?
That's from the Black Phone.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
The Black Phone with a.
I'm the one that got the clip. Yes, that's from Black Phone. He's the main actor in this movie. Also in this movie is Ramon Reed.
It's actually Ramon. I found this out.
That's why I said Ramon Reed.
You don't gotta cheat. This is a song for Big Jim. Big Jim. You know. Oh, my choir. Thank you guys. Yes. Big Jim, oh, you don't gotta cheat. Don't cheat. Oh, Big Jim, don't cheat. When you are looked at as an oaf, even if I have to eat fish sticks from off the floor. Oh, Big Jim,
yuck.
It's okay. Take my hand, and you'll be okay.
That's from Just Roll With It, Disney.
Yep, Just Roll With It, Disney. Because all these people are super, super, super young. So pretty much all their clips are either from Disney or something they did when they're like 5.
Yeah, they're
like Ralphie Alejandra.
I'm great in bed.
What?
I don't pee or anything anymore.
Come on, Mama boy. Let's walk. Blue stripe, sleepy eyes. What are you doing? Pretend there's a girl and you're walking towards her. Feel your sexiness.
I don't feel my sexy.
What is that? You're walking exactly like the geese. Let's go. Let's watch the geese, okay? A girl pass by, turn around, walk backwards. Sexy, sexy. What is this? What is this? What is this? One more time. Feel it in your crotch. You want everyone to see it down here.
No, I don't.
That's from How to Be a Latin Lover.
How to Be a Latin Lover. I know. Out of all the movies I thought I'd find for this kid, I didn't think How to Be a Latin Lover was the one of them I was going to be able to find a clip for. All right, then it's Barda Suri.
Shit. Fuck, hold on.
What did you do, dude? Are you effing up? I'm sorry, guys. I know there's 17 of you watching. Chris is definitely been huffing the paint today, and it's okay. No, it's not okay.
Bardia Suri.
Oh my god! I missed you.
I missed you too.
I'm Mariani. Oh my god. Are you real? Are you real?
It's from your series show Grey's Anatomy.
That is your favorite show. And I was out after the music episode, all right? They had an episode where they became a musical, and I was just out. That's when I was out.
Did you watch Grey's? I watched the first 3 seasons. Had a girlfriend who loved him, but
I watched it. I said I watched it until there's like an episode where it all turned into a musical, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm out.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
And then Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah, I love this guy.
Look, I don't know many people with a dumbwaiter, but I don't know anybody who'd be okay with some stranger breaking into the house and riding on it.
That's what's wrong with the world these days, you know? The word neighbor just doesn't mean what it used to.
Okay, how about we just say no one rides the dumbwaiter?
No, wait, okay. You know what? Better idea. I hate to break it to you, Professor McGonagall, but we're actually going to be doing some renovation in the house. I'm thinking about ripping out the dumbwaiter.
You wouldn't dare.
I'll just tell the Preservation Society that we don't need a dumbwaiter because we plan on having our meals in the dining room. together like a normal family, not on multi-levels or whatever they used to do on Downtown fucking Abbey.
And so, yeah, we had Bobby Cannavale on there. On what was that again? Fuck, I don't know. But whatever it was, Bobby Cannavale. I love it.
Anyway, Incoming is the first movie that we'll be talking about. The second movie, of course, a lot of people are going to want to hear, I'm guessing, my
take
view on this one. Yeah, this one, because this one is a big one of my favorite comic books of all time. I tried to look for my comic books, but I can't remember where I put all the autographed ones.
Yeah.
And it's all my Crow comics are autographed by Mr. James O'Barr. If you don't know who James O'Barr is, he's this lovely guy right there. He is the guy who created Crow.
Did I tell you that he was in a bar in Dallas, and people were like, "That's James O'Barr," and they're like, "I'm like, who's that?" He's like, "He wrote The Crow," and I'm like, and he's here. He's like, "Yeah, he also made no money from that movie."
He's a good guy. I'll tell you a story about him later. So the new movie, The Crow, which came out this past weekend, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Featuring the one and only Bill Skarsgård.
Couple of thoughts. Anybody been to Maui? No one? I just got back. It's even more beautiful than they say. Say hello to Healani Kalakakui.
Roman, I don't see how this is relevant.
I fucked this girl. I fucked her a lot.
Yeah, from Hemlock Grove.
And yes, one of the best shows. If you haven't seen Hemlock Grove, you definitely need to go check that out. Also in this movie, because she has nothing I can find, we're going to give you a little
snippet Honey Boy.
One of her songs.
She's a Honey Boy.
Yeah, didn't talk in any clip I found. All right, I gave it an hour, bro. I looked it up. I tried. And after an hour, I was like, screw this. I'm just grabbing 10 seconds of a song, 20 seconds of a song, because legally you can do that. So here she is, FKA Twigs.
I know it hurts. You know I put you first. I can fucking say I want me.
There we go.
FKA Twigs. Yeah, couldn't find any vocal things for her anywhere whatsoever. One of my favorite evil characters in every freaking evil thing that he's ever done, including 30 Days a Night, which was the first thing I did look for.
Oh.
But he has literally no speaking parts in 30 Days, except for like one line. Mr. Danny Houston.
You're right. I won't lie to you. My son did bring the problem home for me. But I took an oath to protect the American people from every threat, both foreign. And domestic.
Yeah. That was him as the great striker who created Wolverine. Yeah, but in the crappy Wolverine movie,
but you like the Origin sucks, but the Wolverine's good, right? You think?
Yeah. That one's okay.
Okay.
That one made it through okay. And Laura Bryn as well.
I'm sometimes called away to other matters, as I'm now. It happened often during our formative years as I was trying to stitch up the fraying ends of empire. You grew up with an uncertainty in mind and morals. I hoped initiating physical intimacy with you would give me the influence to correct your shortcomings. That failed. I apologize to you for what you have become. It was my oversight.
That's from Foundation. Whatever that is.
Foundation, which is a good show. You should watch it.
Okay.
All right. And anyway, Chris, tell everybody where they can find us.
You can find us on moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on WTMnet.com. So you number 2 Amazon Movies Net. You can find us there. with a bunch of other podcasts. Go to Religion Broadcasting. You'll find other stuff with us in it. We're also on X MTS Podcast, on Instagram MTS Podcast. We have Patreon, patreon.com/Don't Suck. If you guys want like a shirt with our name on it, you guys can go to bonfire.com/Don't Suck and something to do, or at TeePublic at not Neil, at Blackwood Productions. If you guys listen to this on YouTube, subscribe, watch the Facebook or whatever like that page, where you find podcasts and movies on Suck and something to do. Neil, who are we talking about today? Who's our buddy?
Our buddy today is Mission Board Games.
Yay!
Mission Board Games has been voted the #1 board game store in Kansas City from 2021 and 2022. They have all kinds of games. This is their other location, which is the North Kansas City location as well. They have all kinds of board games, tabletop games, and everything for you, your families, your friends, everything from small figurines to the full tabletop. Now, they also have they are a big part of the gaming community. You can go and look on their calendar, and like right tonight, if you wanted to go, it's casual board game night and casual Lagrange League night. Tomorrow's tabletop gaming night. Friday night is Magic night. They have Digimin sessions. They have Star Wars Unlimited weekly. They have different games and stuff where you can get there with your friends, hang out, play some games, act like you're cool, like this guy. Look at that guy. He thinks he's really cool.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know who he is. There's the owner right there. There's the guy that runs it all. But this is a gaming board place for people that like gaming boards. Like, look, even girls go. So literally, if you have any board game needs, you can look them up at missionboardgames.com, or you can go to Facebook /Mission Board Games.
Yeah, I took my wife to date last week, and we ended up at Mission Board Games at the end of the date, so it was fun. We played games.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mission Board Game.
Mission Board Games. Like
Mission.
Impossible.
Mission in. All right, I don't know how to do that correctly, and I'll just annoy everybody if I keep going.
I mean, I just like one Biscuit song ready to keep going, like, but
like the John Cena clip.
I don't have that on me right now, dude.
Oh my gosh, you don't have the John Cena. Wow, guys, you don't know this, but he literally always keeps the John Cena clip of "I will fuck you, I will enter you" from Trainwreck. Which John Cena just in a recent interview said is one of the most awkward sex scenes he's ever had in his life, besides the time he was naked on stage at the Oscars.
I mean, that was an incredible scene.
Yeah, and the only reason why is because at the Oscars, the tape covered his butt crack, and he's like, "I worked really hard for that butt." And they did not get to see the definition of my booty.
Well, I mean, we got to see it anyway. So, I mean, he had a good butt. I mean, he has a good butt, right? I mean,
I guess that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, sorry. I don't have the clip. I don't have the clip right now, so I have to capture it. But because like I said today, it was fucking busy, and I've just been fucking everywhere. So I'm back though. I'm back here. Let's do this. You ready to talk movies, dude? I'm ready to talk movies.
Chris is weird. He's got to be fucking everywhere. Chris, what's the first movie?
Incoming, directed by Dave and John Sharon. They are, I guess, directors that I think the first film or the one that you know about. They were writers creators of The Mick. That was just a television program. This stars Mason Thames or Thames. It's Thames, right? No, okay. As a Ben Nielsen binge.
Someone's coming.
Raymond Reed plays Eddie.
You don't gotta cheat.
Rafael Alejandro plays Connor.
I'm great in that.
Also, Barda Sirio plays Koosh or Dana. And Bobby Cannavale plays Mr. Studebaker.
Look, I don't know many people with a dumbwaiter, but I don't know anybody who'd be okay with some stranger breaking into the house and.
Also, this stars Isabella Fiera as Bailey, Ali Gallo as Alyssa Nelson, Caitlin Olsen as Mrs. Nielsen, Thomas Barbuska as Ruby, and Kavan Shah as Kayvon Kushani. Let's go read the storyline for Incoming.
4 freshmen navigate the terrors of adolescence at their first ever high school party.
Let me ask you, your first high school party, did you snort ketamine?
I don't think ketamine was even a thing. Like, I don't even know if it was even invented at the time. I mean, my first high school party, my sister is a couple years older than me, so I used to go to high school events before I was ever in high school. I don't know what drugs were at the first high school party I went to, but man, there's a lot of them.
Was methamphetamine one of them? Was crystal meth one of them?
I don't remember, Chris. Why are you asking me all these? Was meth at your first high school party?
I didn't go to high school. I mean, I went to parties, but none of them had the fucking ketamine at them. I can tell you that.
You were in a punk rock band, didn't you? Have like
there's a the punk house is there. Like just where I went to shows. I didn't go to house parties. I went to fucking shows. I went to clubs, dingy clubs to go see bands. And
you didn't go to the house parties afterwards.
No, I didn't. I was like,
you weren't that cool yet.
Well, I was fine, dude. But I gotta say, man, this movie kind of sucks. It's not very good.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna say. All right, this is what I'm gonna say before you rip it apart, because I know you're gonna rip it apart. I knew you were gonna rip it apart. I just had this funny feeling in my soul when I saw this.
I really wanted to like it. I really did. I think this would be fun.
And that's the thing. Like, I really wanted to like this movie too. This is like if you were just taught on how to be a director, or just how to be like, you were just taught on how to be a director, and you're like, you know what I should do? I should do a rated R high school movie, just like those old school rated R high school movies I used to like.
Yeah.
Back as a teenager. So what can I do to make that? Okay, I'm gonna do this, and this to make this rated R high school movie, because that's what I remember it being like, and that's what this movie was exactly somebody trying to remember a rated R movie they saw once and then putting it together as a director. Now, the people who did this are the same people that did the Mick, that did episodes of It's Always Sunny and Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be 100% honest about that.
Yeah.
When you come into a TV show like those, when you come in and you're not doing the entire show,
yeah,
you're pretty much just saying, you're just pretty much the guy that shows, and I'm not taking away too much from anybody, and I'm sorry, but you're just kind of like a guy that shows up and you're like, all right, action, can we do this a little bit different? Can we do this a little bit different? But it's kind of already set up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, the cameras are going to be exactly where they're going to be anyway, you know, because it's a TV show.
Yeah.
They're used to those angles. The editing, the cinematography, and this movie could have been better. There are some times in this movie I was really into it. I was like, man, this movie was cool. But I don't know, man. It just seemed like
it went in and out of things that were interesting and things that were just kind of like, ugh.
There we go.
Like, and we also, both you and I can say that Bobby Cannavale in this, 100%.
He killed it. He killed it. I mean, the whole time he was the one guy you're rooting for, and at the same time you're like, you're a fucking idiot because you keep doing this.
Yeah. Why are you going to this party with children? Like,
yeah, this guy right here had the worst experience of everybody at the fucking party, and it was magnificent. It was magnificent. Like, I mean, if you look, I mean, yeah, they got it. You know, they got the filming down of, you know, who's going to be. I mean, one of the best scenes, let's just be honest, is this right here.
I don't know.
There's nothing better than eating a Taco Bell.
Oh yeah,
backseat of a car.
Yeah.
But I mean, drunken Taco Bell's the best, bro.
It is.
And
yeah. I think it's better than that though. Is drunken Taco Cabana. You get Taco Cabana.
Storyline.
Okay, fine.
They did a good. Yeah, storyline. They did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was one photo. I don't think I had downloaded it. I did not, man. man. But there's like really, really good parts of this movie that I was like, okay, that was good. That was good. The actors, I think, played well off of each other, and I think that's what saved it.
But it wanted to be like me. I think you and I, we think of a really good high school party movie. We're thinking Superbad because that shit's funny. This one's not near as funny as or as clever as this. Superbad. Like you said, it's like a movie they saw when they were seeing high school movies, and they're like, let's put all that shit in there. The crazy part.
And that's the thing. I really, 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 really wanted this to work. I wanted them to knock it out of the park. I wanted them to have, because it was like it started great. It had a nice little, oh, it's the first day of school, and it had that feeling that you're like, here it is. Here's the photo I found. Yeah. How many times have you got your face drawn on by a permanent marker?
I was always the one that was like too scared for that to happen. So
you weren't gonna sleep at parties?
No, man. You go to sleep parties, but also you parties at punk place. You fall asleep, you wake up with no money in your wallet. So like,
you didn't wake up with money. Oh yeah, I grew up in a small town, so like they would just fuck with you or set you on fire or put your hand in the water or take you and put you on like a different bed and then like put you in the middle of the road. Like,
you wake up with a nutsack on your face or something like that. So like,
no, not that. No. We didn't do the nutsack on the face thing. But I mean, they would set you on fire. Though. They would set you on fire and they would draw on you. I've never got drawn on where it was like that bad. But I mean, it's like it was always like as soon as I woke up, I knew if somebody drew on me or not because people's reaction to what my face is like. Like anybody that's watching, we got a bunch of people watching. Anybody, if you got an embarrassing high school moment, throw it in the chat. I would love to hear one of those high school embarrassing moments. But I wanted to love this movie. It was funny. It made me laugh in spots. I'm not gonna lie. Again, I really liked the kids were doing it well, but to be honest, it had to be the directors, and I hate to throw them under the bus for this one, but you can tell
didn't work, man. It didn't work.
It didn't work because it just looked like they didn't know what they were doing. The editing was bad and stuff. If you're looking for that, this is the way I said it earlier to my wife. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
They were going for American Pie, but instead they got American Pie Naked Mile.
So the one with Stifler's kid, like the little brother Stifler.
Yes.
Fuckers. So I was like, come on, why'd you make this movie? But yeah, it's not very good, man. Like I really wanted to like it. It's fine for length. It's fine for everything else, but like this is it's a disappointing movie.
I mean, there's plenty of high points to this movie, guys. So like if you do have a group of people and get stoned and you're drinking and you can just surpass like some of the major difference and you're talking with people and it's in a room and it's some of the pranks are going to be funny enough that you're going to be like, all right, that's funny. That's laughter, blah, blah, blah. But this is not American Pie level. This is just like, someone's trying to bring back the R-rated comedy movies. Keep trying. Please keep trying. I like a good R-rated comedy.
And Neil's all about having, Neil wants more ketamine in his life, right? I mean,
why do you want to do ketamine so bad?
No. The ketamine has been a thing since 1996 at least, but I don't think kids were doing it at parties.
I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't know, and I think that's another problem with this movie. I think they really wanted to grab the audience. They're trying to grab the new generation, and they don't know how to do it. And notice another thing about this movie. How much did you see cell phones?
Not a whole lot, actually.
Not a whole lot. Like, the people advertised the party on the cell phones. Then you didn't see a cell phone throughout the entire movie.
Everyone's going to be fucking... Dude, I can tell you, every party I've been to since cell phones have been a thing, everyone's had it out, just doing shit with it.
Yeah. Like I did not see cell phones anywhere in this movie, and I was
that's what you're saying. Like that's what you're saying. Basically, these people saw a high school movie when they're in high school, and they're like, okay, no cell phones because that wasn't my experience. But this takes place in 2024. Your cell phones are fucking everywhere. So, but and again, that's there's evidence of that. But you're right.
You know, if they would have just added one person to this movie, it would have made it all better.
Who?
There's only one person. If they would have said his name, he would have appeared, and then
Please
they
don't.
could have.
No, please
They
no.
could have just added the one and only Joe Hendry, who will be going for the NXT title
I
this
thought maybe
Sunday.
we get through today's podcast without mentioning
There,
Joe
you
Hendry.
never, not for a long time, buddy. And plus, this Sunday he's wrestling in a championship match on WWE. No,
All right, fine. All right, but my score in this, I give my score. Why the fuck not? It's like a 2.6 out of 5. I guess it's not,
I'll give it. I'm going to go a little higher than you. I'm just going to go about 2.8.
Okay.
And the reason being is because it did get some laughs out of me. I got some good laughs out of this.
Yeah, I
Bobby
did
Cannavale, Bobby's character, like that storyline was worth it 100% right there. It was funny. It did have its good funny parts. It was just like a made for TV.
Yeah, that's the problem.
R-rated movie.
This felt like it was meant to go in the string pile, and that's something that like
This
it
is
felt
like this is what you find in the $3 bin at Walmart.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And I hate to say that the acting, I think the kids were good. I just think if there were better directors behind this, and I hate to throw the directors under the bus for what, but I really think that was it because you had some great scenes. You had the Taco Bell scene. You had the teaching people how to shoot fireball scene. You had the sauna scene. There were scenes that if they were just better edited, directing, or whatever, and they would have came together better, this could have been a high school classic movie.
Yeah, they're also like stuff that people do that's pretty ethically ambiguous. Like I don't know, like you know, I'm like I wouldn't do that. That's not a nice thing to do. You know, like and that's. But anyway, Neil gave it a 2.8 and 2.6, just above sucking, but just above.
Just above.
Neil, yeah. So Neil, I'm on RottenTomatoes.com right now. What is the audience score for Incoming?
Man, I am going to have to go with 41%.
59%. Well, higher.
Wow, a little bit higher than I thought. Okay.
Yeah. Now is the critic score for Incoming with 22 reviews.
22%.
27%. Now,
I
will say on that. They didn't even, there's so little reviews on this one because it's a streaming film that everyone ignored that there's no critics consensus, but I will give you a good review and a bad review. This is a good review from Thomas Laughley he says, of RGB.com. He says, the shit in this film was one neither panders in an overtly preachy manner nor lets its players off the hook easily. This raunchy escapade. Actions have consequences. Either 3 out of 4. Hey, and then our buddy Richard Roper at the show sometimes, he says, some of the things people do in this cheerfully gross movie range from morally questionable to flat-out criminal. 2 out of 4. So yeah, that's the reviews on this. We have Richard Roper, who's a very well-respected reviewer, giving his thing, a top critic. And so if you guys want to watch the Incoming, if you guys want to turn off your brain for a little bit and smoke a doobie, I don't know if
this is a doobie movie by any means.
Okay, I don't know.
This is a doobie movie. I would definitely. You wouldn't know. Shut the fuck up.
That's what I said. I wouldn't know. I said I wouldn't know. The only movie I think that's okay for me smoking is if Snoop Dogg is there telling me to do it. Like,
really, bro?
Like daring me. Like it's like the movie we saw. What was that movie? Like the dogs or whatever. That one where he's coaching Pee Wee football team. He was daring you to smoke during it.
That one definitely was one of them where he's like,
but yeah, Incoming, you guys can watch this on Netflix. It'll be there forever, so it's not like it's going anywhere because it's a Netflix movie. And when you guys want to watch that and get stoned or whatever you guys do, I don't know what you guys do. I mean, whatever. But yeah, you guys can watch that. You know, are you ready for news?
Let's do the news, Chris. This is the Movies Don't Suck and some of the news. I'm going to read stuff. Chris is going to like it because if he doesn't, it doesn't matter. I can just throw him out of the chat.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. Anyway, so number one, let's start off with Mr. Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, that homeboy, my favorite.
He has made a comment this week where he said he got all the actors who he knew was canceled to be in the Megalopolis movie, which is coming out soon.
Why did he do this?
So the movie wouldn't seem woke. So that's why actors like Jon Voight,
Shia
LaBeouf, and those actors are in the movie.
Why don't you just throw fucking Marilyn Manson in there? Like, fuck, dude.
Why would Marilyn Manson be in there? He's not.
He's been canceled.
No, he's never been canceled. Also, should have put Kevin Spacey in there though, definitely.
Oh my god! Imagine that, dude. I bet he reached out and and they're like, no, we can't have
Franco, James Franco, Dave Masterson, Danny Masterson.
Yeah, he's like, I think he's in prison right now.
I know, for like 30 years or something like that.
Yeah,
anyway,
yes, something.
Harvey Weinstein, just put them all in there. I think Harvey Weinstein's in jail too. I don't know. I don't.
He's too sick to like. I don't know if you've seen recently. He's looking fucked up. Like he might die before everything's done with. You know.
So there is a 62-minute horror movie with an $800 budget that is going viral, and it is being declared that it might be the best movie of the year.
What's this movie called?
It's called Milk and Cereal, and I mean not cereal like the food, but cereal like the killer.
Okay.
And it is on YouTube, made by Curry Barker. It is a 16-minute which plot centers around a group of YouTube pranksters who get wrapped in a series of troubling events that grow into severity. And it's free on YouTube. You can go watch it right now. And it premiered on August 8th, and it already has over 375,000 views.
Guys, you guys want to watch this? Wait until after the episode to watch it. I'm just saying.
But man, that is insane. In fact, I want to go watch it now just because.
After we're done here, you go pop that shit on.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I might play some video game. My wife is out doing an artsy thing tonight.
What's she doing?
The artsy thing. She has a friend that they drink some wine and make some crafts and stuff like that.
Oh, that's fun. That's really fun.
Yeah, I know. It's cool stuff like we would do if we were around in town, you know?
Yeah.
The Running Man movie starts filming in November, says Glenn Powell, and he can't wait. They're getting a lot of stuff. So now remember, we got The Life of Chuck, Salem's Lot is coming out, and The Monkey are all set to premiere in the next 3 months. So we're getting a storm of Stephen King, and we're watching every single one of them. There's not one of them we're gonna miss.
In case you know, Oscar Perkins, who made Longlegs, made Monkey. I can't fucking wait for that.
Oh, I know. All right. Sigourney Weaver has been confirmed to be added to the Star Wars universe. So now one of the most famous alien fighters of all time, one of the most female, she fought the alien in Alien, she fought Avatar, and now she's in Star Wars universe, said that her first movies that she will be in will be, and she doesn't know if that's the end or whatever, it's Disney. We don't tell you everything. But she will be appearing in The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Okay, cool.
So that's awesome. We're big fans of that. Peter Dinklage would love you guys to still remember that Toxic Avenger is still available. It's still coming. They're just having a problem of finding someone to wide release it.
I feel like the Toxic Avenger would have a wide audience. Don't you think so? And then you'd watch it. I'd watch it, right?
All day long. I would get a whole group of people. I would get a whole group of people, bro. I would get so many people to go watch that movie. I'd try to do a party. I'd run a theater.
It's always a party.
Dude. Let's do cosplay. Let's do it.
Invite the Dinklage over to your place and we'll watch it. We're there. How about that? Why do we see your home?
Down. You know me, I'm down. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner is now planning. Now, despite the box office struggles, Kevin Costner has remained optimistic about completing his Horizon series. Now, the reason he seems so optimistic is because guess what's the number one thing filming or on Max right now?
Is Horizon Saga Part 1 or whatever.
Part one is number one. So right now he's kind of like, oh, people kind of like my stuff. They just didn't want to go sit in a theater for a 3.5 hour.
There are 4 of these, man. There's part 4 of it. There's chapter 4 of Horizon Saga. Is he gonna release them online? To me, like the smartest thing would be release it streaming, right?
Right.
Whatever.
And so, I mean, I just figured it would be, that is like a great move. Like, okay, look, people don't like going out anymore. They don't like it. I mean, let's just be honest. Anytime you walk outside the front of your door, no matter what you're doing, you spend $100. Like, if it's in gas to go to the place, to get food, to do whatever it is, it's easily $100. Look, pay attention, Chris. Seriously, next time you go outside of your house, figure out how much money you spend every time you walk outside that door.
I got free ice cream today when I left the house. So
see, but you had to pay for gas on the way there. However, your bill went up after you opened up the door and the air conditioning got out. Like, you know, but anyway. So I mean, I'm just saying those movies I think would be felt best on streaming networks, and they just need to keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because he's such a big fan. Everybody's such a big fan of the Yellowstone movies.
I haven't seen them. I've not watched it because I don't have time.
I watched the first season of Yellowstone, and I think the one with Sam Elliott, and a couple episodes of the one with Harrison Ford. So a couple here and there, but I mean it's a lot.
What is it about? Like, what is it?
It's about a person that owns a ranch in Montana and how they got the ranch when the ranch was in trouble the first time and all that other stuff.
All right, well, whatever.
Yeah. Deadpool Wolverine is now the 27th highest grossing movie of all time.
It's not gonna climb up there, man. It's gonna be some other stuff.
It just beat Iron Man 3.
It's gonna be higher. It's gonna go higher, man. Than 27th. It's still fucking. It dominated the box office last weekend. Dominated.
It's been there for like 3 weekends now. 3 weekends now.
How much did the crumble?
Tom Cruise is making a movie with Alejandra. Oh man, I'm gonna so ruin this one. Alejandra Inarritu.
Alejandro Inarritu.
Gonzalez Iñárritu's upcoming movie with Tom Cruise. Now, we don't have many details on the movie, and that doesn't matter, Chris, because what we did get of the untitled movie is some of the official casts. So we have Sandra Hüller, John Goodman, Michael Stuhlbarg, Sophia Wilde, and the whole reason you'll make me watch this fucking movie no matter what the fuck it is, Jesse Plemons.
Oh yeah, yeah, we are watching this. Now, you guys know the director made Birdman and Revenant. Birdman is better than Revenant, but yeah, after seeing what this guy's done, Jesse Plemons is obviously a giant plus. We're definitely gonna
John Goodman is a giant plus for me.
Yeah. JP and JG, they're gonna be in it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it already. Bring it on.
Are you excited?
I'm excited, dude.
How excited are you?
I'm very excited. I just can't hide it.
Are you excited?
I'm about to lose control. I think I might like it.
Hey, Chris, do you like musical biopics?
It depends on what they are, I guess. So, what is this musical biopic? Who's it about?
Do you like remakes?
Not generally, no. Especially after this week, no, not at all. But
especially after this week. That's a great answer before we get into the new movie, The Crow. Anyway, they're one of the most historic biopic music movies of all time.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure almost anybody under the above the age of 25, I think, has seen it. It starts with a guy going la 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 bamba. La Bamba is getting the remake treatment.
I wasn't the fine with Lou Diamond Phillips. He was fine in the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Sony is in the works of
What the fuck is up with
remaking.
people?
The writer and director of the original film is on board as executive producer with Jose Rivera, who's best known for 2004's The Motorcycle Diaries, for which he
I
was
like that movie.
nominated for an Academy Award.
That's
So those are
good.
the two people working on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, right?
Okay. This is all right.
Right? What do you think about that?
Whatever, man. Like I don't know who is clamoring for this. It's like, you know what we fucking need right
You
now?
are.
The world needs a remake of Obama because no one knows what the original is, and but honestly, no one. It's like when they made the Borderlands movie. No one was asking for a Borderlands movie, but they thought that we needed it. You know, no, I don't know if you were asking for a remake of The Crow, but they made it. You know.
Yeah. I don't know, man. All right. Charlie Houston's novel Caught Stealing is getting made into a film with Zoe Kravitz and Austin Butler.
Yeah.
Now, according to the story, it follows Hank Thomas, a burned out former baseball player, as he's unwittingly plunged into a wild fight for survival in downtown criminal underworld. Now, adding to them is WWE wrestler and multi-Grammy award-winning rapper, the one, the only, he's so funny, he's so honey, the one and only Bad Bunny.
Oh, Bad Bunny's gonna be in. Okay. Yeah.
So it's gonna be Bad Bunny, Zoe Kravitz, and Austin Butler.
So real quick, Bad Bunny, does he wrestle too?
Yes.
Okay, because I know he was
WWE superstar.
I know, but he was a singer before he's a wrestler. I'm just trying to figure out, is he a good wrestler?
He didn't know one of the badass matches ever by a non-wrestler wrestling, where it's like a celebrity that came in to wrestle. Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest. It's such a great movie
Because
they
I know
beat
Bad
the
Bunny
hell out of each other.
I know Bad Bunny's not necessarily buff. He's kind of slender man, but he was good.
Yeah, Bad Bunny's and he just seems cool. Like, I've never heard a bad thing about the guy. So, also returning to acting for the first time since Avengers Endgame.
So I want to be. Go ahead.
Since Avengers Endgame, this actor has not acted in a movie since Avengers Endgame.
You want to guess who it is?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Okay.
It's starring along Timothy Chalamet and Marty Supreme. Marty Supreme, an A24 movie focusing on the life and career of ping pong player Marty Resman. Why is Timothy Chalamet all of a sudden doing all these biopics?
He's doing that Bob Dylan film and
it looks good. I'm not dissing that by any means, but why is all of a sudden it's like just did he all of a sudden it's like, okay, I don't want to be cute, funny, and whimsical anymore. I just want to be serious. I want to be a real actor. Like,
I mean, he's too good looking to be an actor, honestly, to be like a lot of those people. Yeah, like you're like he's too attractive to be Bob Dylan in the 20s, yeah. But yeah, what's
the director of John Wick, Mr. Chad Stahelski, thinks he found his new action star, his new person for his movie Loose Cannons, which is an action comedy. And to play the lead is none other than the greatest tightest end in the entire NFL history. The greatest, Mr. Number 87 himself, the one and only Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs. is going to be playing in the main role as of right now.
I don't know about that.
I do, because Kelsey is got charisma. He just made did you just see today? Him and his brother just got a like $500 million deal for their podcast.
No, we're doing a podcast. The young people may listen to. You can't see charisma, so you gotta say he's got Riz. All right.
He's awesome. He's the best. Travis Kelsey is a great human being.
Yeah, and he's with probably the most famous person on the planet right now. You know?
No. Taylor Swift is still the most popular.
That's what I said Taylor Swift is the most. He's with the most famous person on the planet.
Oh, he's with. Okay, I didn't hear that part. And Chris, that's it for the news.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
That was the movies don't suck and some of the news. I told Chris a bunch of stuff just so we can pull it out longer and longer and longer because I don't want to have to talk about what I have to talk about.
Yeah, but we got to be sure we had to talk about it a long time because we had to. So let's talk about 2024's The Crow, directed by Rupert Sanders. Rupert Sanders directed Snow and the Huntsman. If you remember, the Snow and the Huntsman had Kristen Stewart and Rupert Sanders and Kristen Stewart got together doing that movie. Well, they both cheated on their significant others to be in that movie, so that's fun. Also did Ghost in the Shell. Remember that? I remember Brad Pattinson went on Daily Show a couple days after it broke, and Jon Stewart just handed a pint of ice cream.
Yeah.
And then also he also directed Ghost in the Shell, which I didn't see. Sure, it's good. Whatever.
Yeah, it was good. It was actually pretty good.
Okay. And it's written by it's written by I guess James O'Barr. He's the creator of The Crow. Zach Baylin and William Joel Schneider. This stars Bill Skarsgård as Eric Draven.
Couple of thoughts.
FK Twigs plays Shelley. Danny Houston plays Vincent Rogue.
You're right.
Lauren Byrne plays Marion.
I am sometimes called away to other matters.
This also has Josette Simon as Sophia, Same Bujulia as Kronos, Carol Dorby as Roman, Jordan Bolger as Chance, and Sebastian Oricazo as Dorm. Neil, what's the storyline for The Crow?
I didn't even set that up. All right, here we go. Soulmates Eric and Shelley are brutally murdered when the demons of Shelley's dark past catch up with them. Given the chance to save his true love by sacrificing himself, Eric sets out to seek merciless revenge on the killers, traversing the worlds of living and the dead to put the wrong things right in the modern reimagining of the 1994 cult classic. I can't even say that fucking paragraph. You better do something, bro. Because it's coming. This storm's coming, bro. I'm coming right at it.
Hold on. I want to say the two things like that to me. Number one, there's the opera scene's pretty cool. Okay,
fucking awesome.
Okay, number two, I like Joy Division in this. Okay. Number three, everything about this is fucking garbage movie. This movie fucking sucks.
All right. One, the pacing of this movie was weird.
40 minutes of nothing, dude. 40 minutes of nothing.
All right. So in the original Crow, and I know I'm not trying to compare it to the 94, because let's just be honest at this point. 94 Crow is a goddamn fucking masterpiece. It is. You have all these great actors that were in that movie. You had Candyman as just like a little side part. You had fucking Ernie Hansen inside. You had like all these great actors just right there that made that movie a great thing. Besides Brandon Lee's awesome acting and also the ghost of Brandon Lee that now surrounds that movie. Like, one of the.
How great the soundtrack for that is, and then we get this thing that has Joy Division and a bunch of really shitty Darkwave.
Yeah, right. I had no idea. Okay, so this is let me that's the Crow we all know. That right there. That guy, Brandon Lee. All right. So this is my biggest issue with this movie. Now I went in. This was my thought, Chris, and this is how cool you should really think of how much I have grown as a human being.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
I went into this thing thinking like this is going to be the Joker. This is going to be Joaquin Phoenix's The Joker.
Yeah.
It's not going to be my Crow. It's not going to be what I think. It's not going to be the thing. I spent hundreds of dollars for board game artwork, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Autographs, you know, it's not that. It's not going to be, I mean, like, look, I mean, boom, right there. There's a picture of my first ever Crow comic book that I bought in literally in the freaking 90s. In the 90s, signed by James O'Barr. Like, I own that. That's part of my, like, that's in my collection.
Yeah.
But that is not the issue with this movie. The issue is, one, they said the reimagining of the 94 Crow. Besides the names, you just waved at me. Is everything okay?
No, I was like, yeah, I understand. Going.
Oh, okay, cool. 5, 4, 3, 2. They said this is the reimagining of the 94 Crow.
Mm-hmm.
What? Reimagining of what? Besides the names, there is nothing that comes close to the movie or the comic book. Like, I don't know what they're reimagining here. Like, here's even you know, this is from the comic book. Like, there's, you know, Sarah, you know, in there and stuff like that. Like, literally, it was the pacing on this movie sucked. He became the Crow like 4 different times.
Yeah.
And then finally, when he finally became the Crow, the last 30 minutes of this movie, fucking amazing. Knocked it out of the goddamn park. I loved it. But
I didn't like the. There were 2 scenes. The opera scene was really cool. In the car scene, that was pretty cool. But other than that, dude,
car scene too. Car scene was awesome.
So I like those 2 scenes. I don't like really much else about this thing. So the first 40 minutes, I nearly fell asleep. Like that's how it was. Yeah. Like and they were trying to establish some sort of emotional connection between Eric and Shelley, and I didn't get that at all. I didn't give a fuck about that at all. Did not care.
Dude,
they both died. I felt nothing.
It was like they were trying to say, oh, this is why they're pure love. This is true love. Dude, it just looked like 2 people that were high on drugs that kept that when they broke out of their mental institution and they're still high on drugs. And that's all
two addicts that escaped and did more drugs. That's what it was, man. And like I get like I don't understand why this movie exists. Like it did not need to be made. This is something that why was it made? Were you asking for another Crow movie? No, you weren't. I know you said it was coming out.
40th anniversary. It is the 40th anniversary, and I mean, it's not like they made crappy Crow movies before. Not looking at you, Wicked Prayer, Salvation. I mean, even City of the Crows had some ethics like of it, but like it just seemed like there was the problem here was one. There was no soundtrack. Go ahead.
I want to say, okay, real quick. This movie is lifeless. It's soulless. It's made for money. This was something said, "Hey, make us some money," and then they did, and they came with this shit. It's bad. It's not a good movie. And I don't know who asked for it, but it's Lionsgate. They've done 2 tone deaf movies, and no one want to see. No one want to see Borderlands movie, and no one want to see this Crow movie. We did. We saw it. No. But Lionsgate lost so much money with this. I'm pretty sure it did pretty terrible at the box office this weekend, if I remember correctly.
Oh, dude, there's 2 people in the theater with me. That was it.
Yeah.
There's 2 people. See, like, even going in, being a guy who I am, like, who has read the comics, is a huge fan of not just the Brandon Lee Crow, but the aesthetics of Crow, period. I thought, because everybody made fun of the tattoos and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, oh, he looks like Jared Leto's Joker. I thought this was the Crow they were going after. This one right here.
Yeah.
That's the one I thought they were going after. And if I can't remember the character's name right off the top of my head right now. But I thought that was the Crow we were going for. And I was like, okay, I would like to see his story. One of my favorite ones is Dead Times, where it has, which is the autograph one I have, where it's about a guy who comes back 100 years later. You could have gone with any one of the Crow stories that are out there and just gone and been like, this is the Crow, and gave the subtitle. Like that one was, what was that? That was Wild Justice, and the other one's Dead Times. Another one. You could have done any of those and done it and just been perfectly fine. You didn't have to make, I don't even know what this was. Like none of it made sense. None of it connected with, do you know what the original Crow story actually, the first original one, it was based off James O'Barr. His wife and his kid got killed in a car accident by a drunk driver, and so he wanted revenge on him. So the first comic book is actually the car breaking down and people come and rape and kill the wife, Shelly, and Eric, and kill Eric, and he comes back and kills him.
And Eric in the original, he's a rock star, right? He's a rock musician.
No. In the movie, he's a rock star. We never find out. And James O'Barr always said he'd be like a fireman. He thought he'd be like a fireman.
Okay,
but this is, I think, what the biggest problem with this movie is. Are you ready?
Tell me.
I made a list. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I made a list. Checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Here it is.
Okay.
This is everybody and everything that was a part of this movie and dropped out or rewrote the script or redid a thing. At one point, they were going to do a shot-for-shot black and white, which would have been the Francisco Jarvaro, that guy with Tom Hiddleston. That was going to be a shot-for-shot remaking of the black and white comic, not the movie. 94.
Is that the one you would like to see?
Oh, I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah.
And this is why all these people at some point had their hands in it. The script got rewritten 142 times, and when it gets to this point, man, what do you say?
Yeah, it's been development hell for 10 years, but the thing is, I don't think it needs to be remade. Like Lionsgate was like, we want to remake this, and they're like, why? why? Like, why would you do that?
There are so many great stories. I mean, look at this, Chris. Look at all those stories. Look at all those stories right there. Besides the one up in the left corner, those are all different stories of the Crow that you could be telling. There are so many different comics you can go get stories from and make
rich well of stuff. Yeah.
There's so much stuff. There's so much Crow out there. There's the original. I'm sorry. But like James O'Barr still writes them. James O'Barr still puts out comics, stories. It's like at this point, it's like retelling the story of how Batman became Batman. We all know his parents got killed in a fucking alley, man. We're done with that. Move on and just try to tell a good version of this. Stop giving me Wicked Prayer, Salvation, Stairway to Heaven. Stop giving me all this bullshit. Just let that one be. Okay, he's the only one that can do Eric Draven. Let it be with Brandon Lee, because to this day, it's still a great movie. I watched it last night to make sure I wasn't, is it nostalgia? And I looked at it through a critic's eyes and not the fandom of a kid.
We'll talk about the acting in this one real quick, this new one. Bill Skarsgård's fine. He's who he is, right? FKA Twigs did what she did. She's not like a great actress.
But she was adorable, and it's like you can understand why
she's very cute. She's very cute,
and you can understand why he's in love with her.
The storyline when it comes to
Danny Houston, you gotta give props to Danny Houston. Danny Houston was fucking creepy as shit, like he always is.
But I gotta tell you, man, the only person I cared about in this movie is Kronos, the tattoo artist. He didn't deserve what happened to him. That's the only one I felt bad about, honestly. No,
he didn't. And see, that's another thing. Like in the Crow movies or Crow books or Crow stuff, it's like when he comes back, he just automatically in his brain knows this is who he has to go kill. Like he knows that. Like he has to. And this guy was just like wandering around like, I don't even know what's going on these days. And then on top of that, when he goes to kill people,
Mm-hmm.
you just don't care because you're like, oh, was I supposed to care that he killed that person?
I didn't give a fuck at all. Like there were some really cool scenes of death, which is hey man, that's cool for me. I want to go ooh or whatever like that. Like that was cool, but that took way too long to get there. And by that point, I was like checked out. Like I was like, come on, how long is this shit? And it was 40 minutes. The first 40 minutes was the storyline I didn't care about. They could have condensed that into 10 minutes, honestly, and just made more scenes that were cool. Like they could have done that for longer, and I still wouldn't give a fuck about Eric and Shelley's relationship because I didn't feel the love there. Like I said, this thing felt soulless and lifeless. And
exactly, and it's like they even had some good. They had a good twist in the movie. I'm not gonna ruin that for anybody to go see the movie. I mean, like there was some good stuff here. But man, did it not come together well. And that first 40 minutes, you just made it so fucking boring that it was like, look, dude, you can tell a love story better than that.
I really want to put the blame on Rupert Sanders when it comes to this thing not coming together. He's like, is he known for being a great director? I know he's a philanderer. I know he cheats on his wife with young actresses. So,
I mean, what movies did he do?
He did the Snow White and the Huntsman and Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, that's not a good movie. That movie sucks.
So I don't know why they like, and I guess this aesthetic is just being like sort of like low contrast, like sort of just like dark light, black and white stuff. And I don't know, man. If he has a style, he's sort of really seems like a journeyman director. I did not like I said. I walked in this trying to have an open mind. There are 2 scenes that I liked: the car scene, opera scene, and the fact that Joy Division showed up at least once or twice in that. All the other music I can give a fuck less about. Dark Wave.
For almost 15 years of my life, this poster was somewhere inside my house.
Yeah.
Like of every apartment, every place I ever owned. And like literally, I wanted to just, there's even things I find okay with some of these versions of The Crow.
How bad is Wicked Prayer though? How bad is
Salvation? I think is the worst one. Wicked Prayer is a little bit better, but it gets away with it just because it's because it's a B movie and it's a B movie. Salvation. They had like Kristen Dunst in it and stuff like that. Like Kristen Dunst was in Salvation. So they try, and then whoever played the Crow in that one, that didn't come together well either. It's just like, I don't know, man. I wanted to like this. I went in with a full heart to be like, hey, whatever. I'm here to try it out. I didn't work. Do you want me
I wonder how James O'Barr feels about this. James
O'Barr in person one time told me, and this is directly from his mouth, this guy right here. Well, if I can do it, if my computer, this guy right here told me be one Crow movie.
It's the first one,
and it's already been made. And so, okay, let me do this. Let me get it done. Let me get it over with.
Okay.
2.4.
I'm with you, dude. Exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah.
I wanted to like it. There were better coherent scenes in Incoming than there was in a movie, The Crow. All right.
The thing, like my brother asked me, "What do you think Neil's anything about this?" I'm like, I know Neil. He's probably not gonna like it. like I can usually, I've heard a lot of times you surprise me, but Matt was like, "You think Neil liked The Crow?" I'm like, I have a hard time believing anyone like The Crow, especially not Neil.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing I'm gonna say here, guys, is that I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be a harsh asshole about something and be like, oh, it wasn't exactly how I remember the Crow being. I know what it is. I've watched so many remakes and reboots and redones and re-series. I've seen so many remakes and redones and reboots and re-series and reimaginings of every fucking thing on almost every fucking platform at this point. I knew what I was going into. And I was hoping this was like Joaquin Phoenix's The Joker, where I don't agree with any of that storyline to represent the Joker, which is a very character I hold very to my heart, but I like that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
It was well and that's made. What I wanted to like this, and it just did not work.
No, man, the movie sucks. It's not a good movie. Rupert, you fucked it up. I mean, not that we wanted a Crow movie, but we got it, and whatever.
Oh, I definitely want a Crow movie. I want 105 Crow movies. I want those Crow movies. Stop retelling Eric Draven. Stop coming up with your own originals. There is a great author and a creator named James O'Barr. You want a good fucking script? Go over to him, grab one of his, and bring it over.
Yeah, that. Would you do an animated Crow film? Like they start doing animated stuff?
I would love it. I would love them to do it. Yeah. I would love them animated film all day long.
Yeah. All right, guys. Neil, no, I'm on tomatoes.com. What is the audience score for The Crow? 2024 is The Crow.
28%.
64%.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and so Neil, there are bigger fans of you. They're bigger fans than you of The Crow. I just hard to believe, but there are people out there being Crow apologists about the shit. They could not admit this movie kind of sucked. So whatever. This audience. Now, what is the critic score for The Crow?
48.
20%.
Damn! I should have gone there with 20%.
Yeah,
what is the words?
Critic consensus is dreary and poorly placed. Dreary and poorly paced. The risk of reimagining The Crow doesn't have personality or pulse to merit the resurrection. All right, I'm gonna go with the good review and the bad review. The good review from it's really good. Matt Zoller cites RawGB.com says has a low-key confidence about its identity and methods, including an entire metaphysical system supporting the plot that's unexpectedly persuasive by the end. I was not persuaded at all. And here's a Dowd from IGN Movies. He says, despite some fruitful tweaks like devoting more time to doom romance The Crow is avenging, it's not different enough to compensate for the ways it fails to match the splashy, moody, dumb fun of what came before it. So yeah, this movie also wasn't very fun at all. I mean, except for the opera scene, there's like, I did for a few people did go, ooh, right? But that's all we got about this movie. It's The Crow.
Yeah, it just, I started looking at my phone at one point, you know. I'm in a theater, and the guy who loves The Crow, is looking at it.
Yeah. So here's another one bad review. It's pretty terrible. It's by Anthony O'Connor of Film Week in Australia. He says, tepid, unconvincing, overlong, and genuinely draining. Yes, this is draining. I was tired by the time I got out of it. I couldn't even get out of here. So I don't want it's gonna fall into the press. Like no one gives a fuck about this movie. It didn't need to be made. I mean, it may need to be remade, but I can tell you that this movie is so inconsequential. It sucks, man. And it's just barren. There's nothing about it that I liked enough.
I wanted it to work. I wanted it to work so badly. Oh, I wanted it all to happen, and it didn't. And now I'm sad inside, and I might have to go cry a little bit. Definitely might have to cry a lot of it.
Okay. Why do we do this on Wednesday, by the way? Because I told you I woke up and didn't realize I had to do this till today. Like when I woke up and looked at my phone, I saw the new episode. I was like, oh, fuck. But
because I'm working tomorrow.
Oh, outside?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
Whatever. It's my job, but it'll be fine.
Okay. All right, guys. You can find us on moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're at facebook.com/podcast, or w2mnet.com. W2m is movies.net. Find us there along with a bunch of the cool podcasts. Look up Rattlech Broadcasting on Spotify. You'll find us there too. Also, if you can watch this on we're on YouTube. We're on X and TS Podcast. We're on YouTube and TS Podcast. We're on Instagram and TS Podcast. Patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. Spotify.com/moviesdon'tsuck. Something to do. Blackwood Hyper Productions at T Public. Find our shirts there along with stuff Neil's made. You made one new one today, I think. In fact,
yeah, I made a pussy liquor.
All right. I guess, if you guys know, you know. And you can find us anywhere you find movies. So if you're a podcast on Movies on
Devil's Rejects.
Yes.
Rob Zombie. Everybody knows.
Yeah, good. Neil, don't worry about that. He's like, I wrote me pussy liquor t-shirt. All right, Neil.
Rob Zombie.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Rob Zombie. What do we do for small businesses? What do we do? How do we help?
If you got a small business, let us know, and we'll get your information right here on our podcast, given out to our thousands of listeners, our millions of followers on all our platforms. Just give us our information. We'll be more than happy to help you out and get you out to the people out there so you can make more money in the world of whatever you do.
You ready to get some food, dude? I'm kind of hungry. Are you kind of hungry?
I don't even know what day of the year it is anymore.
That's fair. You ready to get out of here, though?
Yeah, we're out of here, guys. That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
Remember, guys, no matter how hard it is in life, remember, art is art. And sometimes trying to be original is never good. Have a good day.
See you guys later.
Thank you guys all for watching. I've noticed you guys popping in and out all day long. Remember, the chat is open the whole entire time. We can see if you most is in the chat. You can be part of the conversation. You can add your comments. You can be part of us right here, or be a part of inside of us, or inside of you, or inside of us with you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're pretty responsive. I'd say we're pretty responsive.
Pretty responsive. Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys. You guys have a good day. Please.